Okay, so my name is Catrin Evans and I am a theatre practitioner by trade, I guess. Like I'm a director and collaborator. I direct a lot of new work, but I also, a big part of my practice is community arts practice, applied drama, participatory arts, whichever bracket you want to put it in. I am currently doing a PhD that is exploring the relationship between the experience that people who are navigating through the asylum system in Glasgow have whilst they're also taking parts in arts projects. So it's less, I guess, about the idea of what arts projects does in a sort of instrumental way and more about what is the emotional and or sort of intellectual relationship between those two things. What does being part of an arts project add to someone's process? I think that's what I'm really interested in, is not getting them to speak their story, because I actually think the inherent value of that is problematic and actually not always effective, because you reinforce some of those ideas of someone being a victim and everyone else being the empathetic, welcoming audience. And actually, when you look at society, that is not the truth. So, like, let's not reinforce those misconceptions. And so I'm interested in the way in which performance can speak back and can allow people to hold space and demand to be heard and all of those cliches, but I think they also are real things that people experience and can get a lot out of. The relationship between theatre practice, performance and identity, I guess for me has always been about spaces where you can explore either the unknown or multiplicity, and actually this idea of like the self is essentially a performance in life, isn't it? Because we're all just taking in influences from elsewhere, and so how do you learn how to be yourself? I made a show in 2006 called Petrified Paradise, which was looking at exploring people's experiences, I guess, of detention and what that means to be held in sort of indefinite detention. And so I got to know a lot of people who were navigating that system. I run a company called A Moment's Peace, which is particularly dedicated to participatory arts practice, and we're based in Glasgow. One of the things that A Moment's Peace has now been able to do is that we got some funding from Creative Scotland to start a thing called Shared Space, which is like a monthly artistic meeting point for anyone who's navigating the asylum system and the wider immigration system, actually. And that's just focused on really like expanding people's arts practice, and so exploring different art forms. And it's a space, I guess, where I'm hoping longer term the team will be able to support anyone who's interested in professional practice, so that people aren't forever being associated with participation. They're not always a participant, that they might go on to be the lead artist. They might be the me going into a space and leading a project. What I feel with A Moment's Peace is that we can try and be a space where maybe we can help people enter that professional sector.